Born to the famous actress Sharmila Tagore and cricket legend Mansoor Ali Khan Patodi. Eldest amongst two sisters, Saba and Soha, Saif Ali Khan, the prince and the persona, has always merited attention. But he prefers to underplay his royal lineage right from the start. He prefers Saif to Chote Nawab, and likewise he chose films over the 22-yard pitch.
I wanted to be, I think, a cricketer, maybe a spy at one point after watching James Bond movies, but then my father told me I might get shot. So I changed my mind.
Although he was brought up to follow his father's footsteps, we kept him away from the film industry as such, except, like I said, he had to travel with me. But he chose to be in films and he loves it.
His Bollywood lineage might have been a stepping stone, but it didn't guarantee instant success, so it was no walk in the park for Saif.
हटी नोट की तरह कब तक हम अपनी जिंदगी को जोड़-जोड़ कर चलाते रहेंगे? क्या हम कोई अच्छा काम नहीं कर सकते? कोई बड़ा काम?
He called me blast from the past, and he says, you know, things have moved on, and actually it had. I mean, I really couldn't help him. I think that way again, it's a man's world, and you know, actors probably can. I don't know how much an actress is. Any case, I was not a producer, you know, but of course I had friends, and but he did it on his own.
His debut film was to have been Bekhudi opposite the then newcomer Kajol, but director Rahul Rawal tossed him out.
अबे बकवास फिल्मों के बकवास बैनर पर चिपका हुआ हीरो नीचे उतर!
अबे देख देख ये तो वही हीरो है, क्या नाम है इसका? दीपक कुमार अपना हीरो यार।
नहीं उतरता, नहीं उतरता। अबे तेरी तो
Rahul Rawal had a problem with Saif, and he says, I can't work with you. So, you know, that could have really damaged. And in fact, I told him, I said, Rahul, you know, he's new. It will damage his career. But anyway.
Meanwhile, his sudden and secret marriage to actor Amrita Singh, his senior both in life and films, only made it difficult for this greenhorn in the industry.
But because Yash was very loyal, and so was Umesh Mehra, but they also got quite scared because I think around that time he got married also. And he was very, very young. And again, they went into a tizzy and got, you know, producers, obviously they invest so much, they get worried. But Yash particularly was very supportive of Saif's work.
And soon, Saif got his big break with Yash Raj Films' Parampara. However, he broke into the scene with his debut, Aashika Wara.
मस्ताना हर जाए सौदाई बिल्कुल कवारा मैं हूँ आशिक आशिक आवारा मैं हूँ आशिक आशिक आवारा
Though it was a debut not befitting a star son, it helped this star kid on the block get noticed
हर जाए सौदाई
and won him his first Filmfare for Best Male Debutant.
He came in and he had this problem with another project that he was supposed to launch with, and you know, he said, like, you know, at one point of time you said you would consider it. Would you like to work with me? And it was literally a spur of the moment decision.
अगर मैं अपनी किसी फिल्म में ऐसी एंट्री मारूं तो बाय गॉड मैं पूरे इंडिया को हिला दूंगा। शोले, खलनायक, आंखें, इन तीनों फिल्मों का बिजनेस एक तरफ और मेरी उस एक फिल्म का बिजनेस एक तरफ।
Saif went on to sign a spate of films, most of them being multi-starrers that made him a dependable second lead. Though his pairing with Akshay got him noticed, he was just another actor in the scheme of things.
Gigi, how emotional!
He didn't come from an acting school, so he learned here through trial and error. And he started pretty early when he was 18-ish.
Choices that Saif doesn't regret in true sportsman spirit.
I've always chosen the best of what I've been offered. And on a bad year, the best is like, Aao Pyar Kare. Or Bombay Ka Babu or something. And on a good year, it was like Love Aaj Kal and like Kal Ho Na Ho.
Clearly, Saif's career was not just a flash in the pan. He was here to stay. Saif's checkered career was to change. With this Farhan Akhtar film Dil Chahta Hai, the actor Saif Ali Khan came of age. The chopped hair, the cool look,
हाय प्रिया।
and easy humor.
हाँ मैं मगर वो सुनो तो तुमने तो लेकिन मैं कब से क्या उसने फोन रख दिया।
An act that stood out even in Amir Khan's presence. This was a new Saif.
Yes, it was very important, but look, frankly speaking, you can say that it's a question of what you want at the end of it. There's a great character and a lovely supporting part. But when we're grown up and we're in film careers, we don't want to get best comic actor now or best supporting. Now it's time to be men and step up and play main leads. So Dil Chahta Hai will always be a very memorable thing that I did then as a great role. But it's an Amir Khan movie with Preeti Zinta in the lead, with pretty much a supporting part for me, which I think I'm very grateful for. But I can't go on about it as though it's like, the crowning moment of my career.
Yes, bigger things were underway.
I like to prove people wrong, and they say that he's a city guy and he's good for like this metrosexual. I don't think that's true.
Yes, bigger things were underway for Saif Ali Khan. Saif's trysts with experiments had begun, and the actor was willing to take risks. With Ek Hasina Thi, debutant director Sriram Raghavan explored the untapped energies of Saif.
मैं एक गिफ्ट लेकर आया था तुम्हारे लिए।
दिल की नजरों में क्या जोर था और उसके दिल में कोई चोर था
and gave him the space to reincarnate.
एक्चुअली मैं आपको किस करना चाहता हूँ।
Ek Hasina Thi was the turning point, and after that she has consistently given good performances. But because he's so spontaneous and unstar-like in his, because he doesn't overact, he doesn't play to the gallery, when he's interacting with another actor, it's a teamwork. he's not ever overshadowing him. You know, he's not a star as such. He's an actor.
तो आपकी नजर में मैं हीरो हूँ?
Yes, Saif could now slip into the grey character you wanted to hate on screen with as much ease as he did to get into the skin of the aspirational metrosexual man. This pairing went on to be a hit even off screen.
रोहित मुझे अब सोना है.
ओके.
तुम कहाँ जा रहे हो रोहित?
तुमने कहा ना तुम्हें सोना है.
इडियट, तुम्हारे साथ.
Revelation, Saif could be massy, his wit could be wry too, and his tongue-in-cheek humor could stand its own even with Shah Rukh Khan.
Like I'm discovering my son. There is so much depth in him. And he's a very layered human being, you know. So, yes, he's got all that inside him.
With this film, Saif finally got his due. His act in Hum Tum fetched him a national award. While his professional career was on a high, personal life was in a mess.
तुम कभी जीत नहीं पाए क्योंकि तुम मुझे हमेशा हराने की सोचते थे. और मैं कभी हारा नहीं क्योंकि मैं हमेशा जीतने की सोचता था.
This was the phase that his 13-year marriage to Amrita met with a dead end. With 2 adorable kids, Sarah and Ibrahim, Saif moved on. But his privacy was intruded once again when his fling and bitter breakup with Italian Rosa Catalano made for tabloid masala. Saif's work, though, remained unaffected. Saif's acting prowess took a colossal leap with this emotional drama.
शादीशुदा होते हुए ऐसी बातें करती हो.
Passionate, possessive, jealous, pampered, egoistic, Saif captured each emotion with finesse. He was the perfect temperamental, spoilt but sophisticated brat.
Tolstoy once
Hungry
said,
for more,
"All
his
happy
experiment
families
went a
resemble
step
one
further with this
Each
dark
unhappy
comedy,
family
his
is
first
unhappy in
English
its own
film.
way."
Hi, I'm Cyrus.
Come right now and take me away.
It was the first English film that I worked in, and that was a different rhythm. It was like working in a different language. It's not like Hindi. Hindi is a very different expression. We use our hands, and the way we talk, it has got different rhythm. English is much more. So when you see, sometimes you must think in the language in which you're acting.
The reason I really wanted him was because I knew that we connected at a certain level, and he has a great kind of a great grasp of what you're talking about when you're talking about a character. He gets really under the character's skin and understands where you're coming from, and then obviously brings that to the screen.
Saif was now a brand to reckon with, and his brand value translated into the commercial space as well, a space he hasn't been able to dominate yet.
हम सब
बहुत जगह. Come on.
However, this was the dream role that set him a league apart. Rustic, crass and scheming.
Bahubali! Long life Tyagi! Long life Tyagi! Bahubali! Bahubali! Long life Tyagi!
Langra Tyagi didn't have an iota of the anglicized rock star that Saif was.
Saif was so brilliant in Omkara because he has this presence on the screen, and he has this sex appeal, When I say sex appeal, I don't mean sexiness. I mean that he commands, you cannot look away from him. When he's on the screen, you look at him. So,
Saif had metamorphosed, and how.
अब जो जानते हो बस वही जानो.
I think Omkara was an achievement because there's a lot of people that say that, I like to prove people wrong, and they say that he's a city guy and he's good for like this metrosexual kind of character or whatever, and I don't think that's true. So to talk like a Haryanvi and to look completely different from head to toe, and I mean it's a pretty daunting thing even for a guy to like shave his head.
Saif became Saif Ali Khan after playing Lagda Tyagi, and there was a Saif before Omkara, and there is Saif after Omkara.
It was the most complete kind of acting experience that I've had. It's not something you get to do every time, and nor should you, because ideally, you play starry roles also, which are glamorous, and mix that up with good acting, hopefully. People wrote then later on the internet also, you can't keep doing films like Omkar and being serious, otherwise you'll be out of a job.
It was time to take a bow. Vishal challenged imagination and Saif stretched it further. Saif Ali Khan was rediscovered. Saif's career has been as mercurial as his temperament. The actor again hit a haphazard phase with an eclectic mix like Eklavya, Thararampam, fashion and race.
to be number one, is it all that important? I don't think so. I think longevity, staying around after 50 years and still, people liking you and their goodwill, their best wishes, being part of their family, I think those things are more lasting than just a spark in the...
Yes, he was the dark horse. The game was not over yet. Only this time, Saif was to set the rules.
I'm sure he will settle down when he's ready, because Kareena is also working.
With a scattered mix of misses, more than hits at the box office, Saif suddenly seemed to have lost the plot.
मत भटकने दो अपना मन निकल गया कर दो अपना अंगूठा.
However, the romantic plot in real life had reached its climax.
Clearly we are together.
And happy?
Yes, very much.
I'm sure he will settle down when he's ready, because Kareena is also working and they are together. So I suppose when she wants to settle down, and it'll happen.
Bollywood had found its new it couple, and the paparazzi its muse. Saif now decided to take charge of his inconsistent career graph, peppered with success, but still not where Saif wanted to be.
प्यार एक बार ही होता है राजी.
मुझे कम से कम 15 बार हो चुका है पाजी.
Run the track on, run the track, and nobody look back. Them say, run the track, hey, run the track and nobody look back.
Saif is mercurial. Saif has 1,000 things running through his mind all at the same time, and he's not in control of them. He is the sharpest actor I've worked with, of course.
Camera, 6, 7, action! Cut.
With this Imtiaz Ali film, actor Saif Ali Khan turned a producer and was ready to take over the reins.
We realize we have similar beliefs and ideologies in terms of this kind of cinema that we both want to make. And we started talking, and that led to the formation of Illuminati Films. And for a year and a half, we did not make a film. We concentrated on developing content. Agent Vinod, the script has taken us a year and a half to develop, which is finally ready and locked to go. And Love Aaj Kal is over.
All I do know is that as a production house, at the moment it seems that we're on the right track and we know what we're doing.
It's a one-man show out here. I'm the actor, the producer. All I have liabilities around me. Thank God for India. Thank God for India.
With his next home production, Agent Vinod, a Noah-style, fast-paced suspense thriller by Sriram Raghavan that brings him and Kareena together, Saif aspires to make his own rules.
I think Sriram Raghavan is the man to do it again and do it right and do it better. And so I'm hoping, and if I'm right, it will be great, and if I'm wrong, then you can call me a fool, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
The conditions we work in, man, no guts, no glory. I have to do everything in this film. I'm producing it, I'm directing it, I'm cleaning the floor. Lens change kiya?